Hello, my crafty friends. Well, we're going to do a couple more pages in our Abandoning Perfection journal. And I think I'm going to do pages 2 and 3 just because they're sitting right here next to each other. And page number 2, I'm going to use the prompt. Let me get this. Go to the top there. Okay. Down to, well, we may not go all the way to the bottom. Let's leave a little bit of a border just because it'll be easier not to go all the way to the bottom. But I'm going to do prompt 19, which says glue something onto a page and then take as much as you can back off. And I'm going to do that right here. And I'm going to hope that not a whole lot comes back off because this is not something beautiful under there. But if a bunch of it comes back off, we will know that that happens and we won't worry about it. So, let me get my glue stick. And I'm going to use this glue stick because it's what I have handy. I do want to put something under it. I just happen to have this scrap paper handy here, so. Oops. And I'm gonna glue it on just like I always do. This isn't my favorite. It's glue, but it's a decent glue. And we're gonna glue it on, and I'm gonna leave it on a little bit and then come back and try to take it off. And we'll see what happens. Oops, wrong way. I do want it right side up. It doesn't have to be perfection, but okay. Now we're going to just glue it down good. Just like I would any other time. And then I'm going to let it sit because it won't take very long to do the next one. And the next one is prompt 17, glue an unfinished painted paper on a page and leave it that way. So this is the page I'm going to use. And this is my unfinished painted paper. And I think I'm just going to glue it on and then I'll trim it off after I get it glued on there because maybe that'll be easier. So let's stick this under here and put our glue on the page. I'm just remembering that this is pages 2 and 3. I'm going to come back and put a page number on them. And there is a prompt for numbering your pages. And I'm not doing that prompt today, but I am going to number these pages in a way that where they're not the same. And they won't be like all the other pages that I do. So okay, let's get this out from under there so it doesn't get stuck to it. You can do as many prompts as you want at one time. So you can work on, a whole bunch of pages at once if you want to. All right. There is my unfinished painting paper. And it is not the way I would normally, consider something finished, but it is pretty. So I'm not going to be sad about that. I'm just going to embrace the unfinishedness of it. And let's see if I have a number 2 or a number 3 here. I have a few numbers. There's a number 2 we can put on this page. And I think I have a number 3 that is in here, but just black, I hope. There's a 5 and a 0 and a 6. And the and sign. There's a 1. Well, I don't have a 3 in here. So that's okay. We will use that number 2 and we will do a number 3 a different way. Okay. So let's think about that. Put that down while I'm thinking. Because see, I think that'll look good on the page, especially if it's a distressed, torn up page. But I need a number 3, and I had some. Well, let's see. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because this is something that wouldn't necessarily ordinarily do, but it'll show up really good on here. I'm just going to write a number 3. Okay, let's see. There's page number 3, numbered. All right. And I'm going to pause the video for a minute and give this just a little bit more time to dry and go check on something, and then I'll come back and we'll see how much paper we can get off. Okay. I only let that sit about 10 more minutes, just so you know. Of course, the easiest place to tear something off is from the edges. Well, this glued down pretty good, didn't it? I'm having to work at it to get more of it off. There we go. I got some. See, I grabbed the edge where I hadn't glued it down all the way. Okay. I think that is about it for that one. So I'm going to put this number 2. And there's my number 2 that I think maybe I'll have it even stick up a little bit so it can cover up that number 2. Why not? Why not? Let's do that. Okay. Now, just because I put numbers on these pages doesn't mean that I'm calling that prompt put numbers as many different ways as you can done. So I'm not marking it. I'm just going ahead and numbering these pages. And I probably should have done that to the page that I wove too. But I didn't think about it that day. Didn't think about it. Okay, so let's write these down. And see, where is it? Glue something onto a page and take as much as you can back off. That's on page 2. And there it is. Glue an unfinished painting paper on a page and leave it that way. That's page 3. And we're also going to do prompt number 10. No, it's not number 10. Where is it? It talked about 10 pages. That's why I was getting a 10. There it is. Round the corners of 10 pages, but only 10. And once like that, I'm just going to do a check mark, because I'm not going to write down 10 page numbers. And I think it'll be pretty obvious which ones they are. It's going to be pretty obvious which ones they are. Oh, and I want to mark them off on my other one. Okay, so round the corners of 10 pages, but only 10. Glue something to a page and take as much as you can back off. And glue an unfinished painting paper on a page and leave it that way. All right. We got to start going here. Let's put this stopper back in. Okay, I got my little corner rounder. And okay, let's see. Oh, and I'm going to punch off my numbers. Let's find some pages where I wrote the numbers down lower, because some places I did because they were so dark I couldn't well, let's see if that's gonna, nope, that'll be okay. So we're gonna do page 70. This is the kind of prompt that really challenges me, because I do not like rounding some of the corners and not all of them. Okay, there's 2. Excuse me, goodness, just a second. Okay, we'll do this page. Well, some of them I really will take the number off if I do it, so we'll do this one. So that's 3. Well, we may just have to do it and not worry about it. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and do this woven page just for kicks. 9. 'Let's do this one. Can we still read that? Well, we got that one over there that tells us, so it's all right. 10, I think. So let's go back and check, make sure I did it right. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I was going to say, I thought I did 10. Okay, I did 10. So there's that prompt. Let's see if there's another one I want to do. Okay, numbers 58 and 59 are also going to be very challenging for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and do them and get them out of the way. And that is dunk a corner of the journal in water. That's number 58. And tear a page and leave it torn. That's number 59. So I'm going to go ahead and mark those two, because that's what we're going to do. I'm going to tear the page and leave it torn first, and then I'll dunk the journal in the water. So I'm just going to dunk the journal in the water with a check mark, and then I will write down the number of the page. Let's just tear it here. Let's find one to tear. Okay. Let's just, there we go. Okay, so that's 45 and 46 actually, since it's on both sides. 45 and 46. And I'll mark those out. I already did. Okay. And I'm going to dunk it in water, and I'm even going to let you see. Now, it doesn't say dunk a corner of a page. It says dunk a corner of the journal, which in my mind means like with it in this position, right? That's how I'm interpreting it. That's how I'm interpreting it. So I'm going to put it together like this so it stays in position, and I'm going to dunk this corner because it's that's the one I chose. Okay, so that y'all can see this, I got to get some water. I'll be right back with some water. Okay, here's me a bowl of water. Here's my journal. I'm just going to dunk it down in there. I don't know how long it's supposed to stay to be really dunked. I don't know how far it needs to be dunked. This doesn't go down. It went to about here. I don't know if you can see the water line on it. Okay. So I dunked it. Yeah. We're going to call that good. Well, let's go a little more just for really getting out of our comfort zone. There we go. Okay. Whew. So pages inside and pocket and everything got wet this time. Okay. So I dunked it. Now I'm going to leave it standing up so that it can dry standing up. All right. I did it. Went out of my comfort zone there. I'm having fun. But that one was a little difficult for me. God bless you. Bye-bye.